Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Going live again. Excited to share with you the book that I got. Most of you may have heard of Brendon Burchard, but this book here, he has spent, the last 20 years interviewing, doing study groups of millions and millions of people around the world. And he's come up with the 6 high performance habits, how extraordinary people become that way. And I've just started reading the book and I haven't even gotten into the 6 habits yet, but a section here he speaks about, he says, much of what we've learned, and that's what I've outlined this Facebook Live, much of what we learned from these large audiences, and he's done these social groups and these studies and focus groups, probably the largest of its kind in the world. That's why it's much anticipated what he's concluded with these 6 habits. But in becoming successful, hard work, passion, practice, resilience, and people skills are often more important, and this is the key, than your IQ, than your raw talent, or where you're from. Nothing should be surprising here, he goes on, because he says, you'll see that success in general in almost any endeavor is made possible by malleable factor, things you can change and improve with effort. So it's in you and me to be able to make a difference in how we approach every day, not just because I have got a higher or lower IQ or because I've got that raw talent that I can rely on. So these are the factors that you and I can work on. Number 1, the mindset you choose to adopt. Okay, and I've spoken about this before. What kind of mindset? Do you have a fixed mindset or do you have a growth mindset? Those that have a fixed mindset don't grow. And if every day you come from a place that you don't know anything and you need to learn everything, that will serve you well. And you can adopt that. Number 2, the focus you give to your passions and the persistence you pursue them with. What are you focused on? And do you sustain that passion and that persistence to pursue them every day when you wake up until you go to bed? That's a game changer. That's something you can decide versus just sort of having passion and then stepping away and then doing something else and not being focused in that pursuit. Number 3, the amount of practice you dedicate yourself to. Looking at it in our business, how many calls have you made? And my senior partner Nathan Rick says you make as many calls as you can, and when you're tired and you don't feel like speaking to anyone else, get on the phone or get on social media and reach out to even more people. Okay, and by making mistakes, by fumbling your words, by getting more rejections, you will continue to practice and become better yourself. But you do by doing. Okay, you become better by doing. And so the amount of practice you dedicate yourself to, the way you understand and treat others, that's a game changer. And I see that's something, I speak humbly, that I have really changed in terms of when I sit down with people and when I connect with people and when I know that it's got nothing to do with me when I'm talking to someone or meeting with someone, the way I understand and treat others and make them feel important. That's something we can all, and I need to get better at as well, make sure that I keep in mind, and you can do that. Okay, the way you understand and treat others, that's really powerful. 3 more, the discipline and constancy with which you strive for your goals. Are you waking up every day with a solution mindset or a problem mindset? He says you're the discipline with which you strive for your goals. A lot of people, when I speak to them, always start with the negative. We all have problems, but are you striving, with the discipline to think after your goal, hungry to achieve your goal, breaking it down in bite-sized pieces every day, and striving for what you're after every day? How exciting is that? And in our industry, in our business, in our compensation plan, there's stepping stones to all of us, stepping stones that we all have where we want to get to. Is that top of mind awareness for you? That is a game changer. The way you bounce back from losses. Okay, and that kind of speaks to another one here, but the way you bounce back from losses when you have a really nasty day, Okay, and I have a lot of those days. I have a lot of better days, but I have my fair share of days that nothing goes wrong or goes right with this business. In terms of who I'm reaching out to, my concerns that I always want to have a larger organization and have more leadership and be more influential, let alone the rest of my life that goes upside down like all of us with all that happens. But how do you bounce back from that? Well, I used to, simmer in that for days and days and days. And I literally try to give myself 10, 15 minutes when I have one of those shakeups to pity potty and then get on with it. Okay. And just wipe it out of my mind and get going in this business, because this business is going to grow with or without you and I. It doesn't care about your emotions, how I'm feeling, how you're feeling. I'm talking about this Nu Skin business vehicle. Let's just move forward. All excuses are the same. And bounce. Physical exercise you do to keep your brain and body fit and your overall well-being cared for. And I just got back from the gym, and that, I believe him. Every day I think about how I can move my body. Okay, a body that moves is a body that doesn't remain stagnant. And so when he says the amount of physical exercise, I couldn't be in greater agreement with Brendan on that point. So those are all points that he shares that are the keys to seeing you succeed, let alone the 6 habits that I'm going to read, and I'll certainly get back to from what I discover in this book. So in becoming successful, it is that hard work. It's that grit. We talk about grit, waking up and knowing that what you need to pursue, you haven't gotten there yet. You're still a student of your craft, and you're okay with that, and you're going to continue to learn. And when there are obstacles, you're simply going to go over them, around them, through them, underneath them, whatever you need to do. Because, again, that sentence really hit me. These type of skills that I just shared with you are more important than your IQ, raw talent, or where you're from. Where most people think, oh, he's good looking. Oh, she's so smart, no wonder. That can only take you so far. So I hope you got value of that, of this Facebook Live. I highly suggest any of you that are really working on your personal development to get this book from Brendon Burchard. Again, literally 20 years in the making in terms of research to come up with the 6 performance habits, how extraordinary people become that way. Hope you got value. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Feel free to like, share, comment, and we'll be chatting with you very soon. Bye-bye.